In the previous derivation, we have studied the speed of a travelling wave. Speed of travelling wave is v is equal to nu lambda, where v is the wave velocity, nu is the frequency and lambda is the wavelength. Now let us study about transverse wave. Travelling wave may be transverse wave or longitudinal wave. Now let us consider a transverse wave. Speed of a transverse wave. How transverse wave is produced? We have studied transverse wave is produced using a stretched string. A long string is fixed at one end and it is free at the other end. If a jerk is given periodically at free end of the string, the disturbance propagates and wave propagates in the medium. Transverse waves are produced. Now the speed of transverse wave. How to find the speed of transverse wave? To find the speed of transverse wave, say let v be the speed of transverse wave. The speed of transverse wave depends on restoring force. When the applied external, this is external force applied on the string. When the applied external force on the string is removed, the string recovers its original position, or restoring force is developed in the string, as in the case of spring, restoring force is developed. This restoring force depends on the magnitude of applied external force. That is, speed of the wave depends on tension in the string. This tension, restoring force, is due to tension in the string. That is because of externally applied force. V is directly proportional to restoring force. V also depends on, the speed of transverse wave also depends on inertial factor. Inertial factor is of the spring. Inertial factor of the spring. Inertial factor is, here it is linear mass density. Since it is a string, length is not proportional to its diameter. We take linear mass mu of the string. On what factors, how they are related to the velocity v? It is observed experimentally, v is proportional to restoring force directly. V is inversely proportional to the inertial factor of the string, or mathematically we can write this as v is directly proportional to t, v is inversely proportional to mu. V is proportional to t by mu. V is proportional to t by mu. By what factor? Here there is proportionality saying this is not equal. So using Newtonian mechanics, it is very complicated equation. So let us consider dimensional analysis to find the relation. Here T is in the numerator, T is tension in the string. Tension is nothing but it is the restoring force developed in the string due to applied external force. Tension, force, dimensional formula for T. We use dimensional analysis. Dimensional formula for T is the dimensional formula for force itself, that is MLT inverse 2. Dimensional formula for force is mass into acceleration. F is equal to ma. Ma is mass, acceleration is LT inverse 2. Therefore, force, dimensional formula for force is MLT inverse 2. Then dimensional formula for linear density. Linear density is mass per unit length of the wire, where m is the total mass of the wire, L is its length, mass per unit length of the wire, that is m by L, or dimensional formula is m L inverse 1. L is in the denominator, when it comes to the numerator its power becomes negative. M mass L inverse 1. M L inverse 1 is the dimensional formula for mu. Now, using these two equations, how we can get the equation for V? We have V is equal to, V is proportional to T by mu. Therefore, dimensional formula for T is MLT inverse 2 divided by dimensional formula for M, mu, ML inverse 1, which is equal to M and M cancel, L power raise to 1, L power raise to minus 1, L power raise to 1 plus 1. When this minus 1 goes to the numerator, it becomes plus 1. T power raised to minus 2, we can also include m plus 1 and minus 1. Plus 1 is its power, here this numerator, when it goes to the numerator its power becomes negative, therefore we can write in this form, that is L square T inverse 2 m power raised to 0. Anything power raised to 0 is 1, therefore this is L square T inverse 2, or this is the dimension of T by mu. In the LHS we have V. Dimension of V is speed. Dimension of speed is distance by time. Distance by time is T inverse 1. Using these two, you have to derive the relation or equation for V. We can write this as, say this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Equation 1 can be written as L T inverse 1 whole power raised to 2. This is nothing but equation 2. That is V is proportional to T by mu power half. V square is proportional to T by mu, or V is proportional to T by mu power raised to half. Remove the proportionality sign. V is equal to C into square root of T by mu, where C is a constant of proportionality, dimensional constant, and experimentally exact value of C is obtained to be 1. V is equal to 1 into square root of T by mu. This is the equation of speed of transverse wave. V is equal to square root of T by mu. I repeat. Consider a stretched wave, stretched string, transverse wave in a stretched string. Transverse wave is produced when we vibrate the free end of the stretched string. The wave propagates in the forward direction with the velocity v. This wave speed v depends on restoring force in the string, because tension is created in the string. Due to tension, restoring force created in the string velocity v also depends on inertial factor of the string, that is linear mass mu of the string. Combining these two equations, we get v is proportional to tension and inversely proportional to mu, mass per unit length. Now using dimensional analysis, we can derive the relation between v, mu and t. That is, dimensional formula for T is nothing but the dimensional formula of force, MLT inverse 2. Dimensional formula for linear density is mass per unit length, ML inverse 1. Combining these two, we get MLT inverse 2 divided by ML inverse 1. Simplifying, we get this is LT inverse 1, LT inverse 1 whole square. That is this equation. We have speed of, the dimensional formula for speed is LT inverse 1. Comparing these two, we get V square. V square is proportional to T by mu, or V is proportional to square root of T by mu. V is equal to, remove the proportionality sign, introduce a constant where C is undetermined constant. V is equal to C into square root of T by mu. Exact value obtained is C is equal to 1 or V is equal to square root of T by mu is the equation of transverse wave. Next, let us solve one problem using this. Here the question is, a steel wire of length 0.72 meter long has a mass of 5.0 into 10 power raised to minus 3 kg. If the wire is under the tension of 60 Newton, what is the speed of transverse wave in the wire? Our aim is to find the speed of transverse wave. First, collect the given data. Length of the wire is given, length L 0.72 meter. Mass of the wire is given 5.0 into 10 power raised to minus 3 kg. And it is under a tension T 60 Newton. You are asked to calculate velocity or speed of the transverse wave. Now we have the equation of speed of transverse wave as V is equal to square root of T by mu. Using the given data, use this equation. T is given, mu is not given. First find mu. What is mu? Mu is mass per unit length of the wire. Linear density, mass per unit length. Mass of the wire is given 5.0 into 10 power raised to minus 3 kg. Length of the wire is also given 0.72 meter. First calculate the value mu. The calculated value of mu appears to be 6.9 into 10 power raised to minus 3 kg per meter cube. Now use this mu in this equation. V is equal to square root of 60 divided by 6.9 into 10 power raised to minus 3 kg per meter cube. Using calculator, we have to solve this. Now in your calculator, you have to use non-scientific calculator or ordinary calculator. 60, first how to calculate this? First solve 60 by 69. We can take this minus 3 to the numerator. It becomes plus 3. 60 by 6.9, right, in this form, because here there is a square root and here the power is odd number. We cannot find the square root of odd number. You have to change the odd number to even number by either by multiplying or dividing. We can get 6 into 10 power 4 divided by, we can write in this form. 60 into 10 power raised to 3 is nothing but 6 into 10 power raised to 4. Now divide 6 by 6.9. 6 by 6.9, take the square root, then square root of 10 power raised to 4 is 10 power raised to 2. Find the number, that is 0.093 into 10 power raised to 2, or in general we say this is 93. 93 is a number, write the unit. Unit of speed. Speed is meter per second. 93 meter per second is the speed of transverse wave in this case. Next, there is one more derivation, that is speed of longitudinal wave. Next, let us derive speed of longitudinal waves. This derivation is also very important derivation. Now, we know sound is a mechanical wave. Sound waves are longitudinal waves. Sound waves propagate through medium, say air. When the sound waves propagate through a medium, there is alternate compressions and rarefactions occur. Alternate compressions. For example, if you consider a tuning fork, metal tuning fork, here there are used two metal strips. If you vibrate these two are called prongs of the tuning fork. If you vibrate the prongs of the tuning fork, it vibrates to and fro about the equilibrium position. When the prong vibrates to the right side, the air particles are pushed towards the right side, or there is compression in this region. Immediately it moves to the left side, because about the equilibrium position it oscillates. When it moves to the left, air particles get rarefied and this compressed region is moved forward, etc. It continues. Compressions and rarefactions move in the forward direction. Compression and rarefaction moves in the forward direction. Wave also propagates in the same direction. Therefore, this is a longitudinal wave. We can hear the sound. Sound waves are longitudinal waves. They require material medium for the propagation. During propagation, there is alternate compression, rarefaction appears in the air medium. Here, we can find the speed of longitudinal wave. To find the speed V, the factors responsible in this case are hydraulic pressure, that is elastic property responsible for this medium because it is a fluid, is bulk modulus. Because the pressure changes, during the change of pressure, density changes, volume changes. Change in pressure changes its volume, or there is strain, volume changes, or the elastic property responsible here is bulk modulus. We have the equation for bulk modulus is minus delta P by delta V by V, where delta P is change in pressure, delta V is change in volume, and V original volume. Change in volume by original volume is nothing but bulk strain. Hydraulic pressure, stress by strain. SI unit of B, SI unit of bulk modulus is same as that of Pascal, that of pressure, because in the numerator we have the expression for pressure, delta P is the pressure, the SI unit is Pascal. In the denominator we have delta V by V, no unit. Therefore, bulk modulus, the SI unit of bulk modulus B is Pascal. Dimensional formula for B. Dimensional formula for B is again that is same as that of pressure. Dimensional formula for pressure is force by area. Dimensional formula for pressure force by area. Force is mLT inverse 2. Pressure is LT in area. Area is L square, square of the length. Simplify this. M, L in the numerator there is power raised to 1. In the denominator we have power raised to 2. When it comes to the numerator it becomes minus 2, and T it is already minus 2. Therefore, the dimensional formula of B is same as that of P, M L inverse 1 T inverse 2. Then the inertial factor is density. Inertial factor responsible is density. Since it is a volume strain, here we have to consider density as rho. Density rho, dimensional formula is mass by volume. Dimensional formula for mass is m, dimensional formula for volume is v L cube. Therefore, density, dimensional formula of density is m L inverse 3. Now, the speed of the travelling wave directly proportional to B, and the speed of the travelling, as we have discussed in the previous derivation, it is inversely proportional to density of the medium. Speed of the travelling wave is directly proportional to bulk modulus, and it is inversely proportional to density of the medium. Combining these two equations, P is proportional to B by rho. Using dimensional analysis, we can write this as V is proportional to dimensional formula for B, M L inverse 1 T inverse 2, dimensional formula for rho, M L inverse 3. Simplify this. That is, V is proportional to m power raised to 1, m power raised to minus 1, L power raised to minus 1, L power raised to minus 1, minus 3 comes to the numerator, T power raised to minus 2. Or that is m power raised to 0, L power raised to plus 2 and T power raised to minus 2, which velocity of wave is proportional to, we say, L square T inverse 2. The dimensional formula of V by rho is L square T inverse 2. We also use the dimensional formula for V. We have V is speed, speed is distance by time. Dimensional formula of speed is LT inverse 1. Distance is a measure of length, T is a measure of time. Distance by time is LT inverse 1. Now compare these two equations. We can write this equation as LT inverse 1 power raised to minus plus 2. What is LT minus 1? LT inverse 1 is nothing but speed v. Or we can simplify the equation. Say v is proportional to b by rho, or v is proportional to square root of b by rho. V square is equal to b by rho. V is proportional to b by rho. Remove the proportionality sign. V is equal to a constant into square root of b by rho. The constant of proportionality is undetermined constant, that is exact value becomes 1, or v is equal to square root of b by rho. V is equal to square root of b by rho. Newton assumed that these changes in compression, rarefaction occurs in an isothermal process. Newton assumed that this is an isothermal process. In an isothermal process, for an ideal gas, we have PV is equal to RT. We have PV is equal to RT for an ideal gas. Here, isothermal means temperature remains constant. At constant temperature, if changes in pressure and volume takes place, V into delta V plus, using the product rule of differentiation, there is no change in temperature. If pressure and volume changes, no change in temperature, or RT becomes 0. Rearrange this equation. P into delta V is equal to minus V into delta P, or delta P by delta V is equal to P is equal to minus V delta P by, take this to RHS, delta V. Rearrange the equation, minus delta P divided by delta V by V. But this is nothing but bulk modulus B. P is equal to B. In the previous equation here, P is the pressure, V is the volume, R is universal gas constant, and T is the temperature. For the isothermal process, T remains constant, temperature remains constant. That means even if the pressure and volume changes, temperature remains constant. There is no change in temperature. Temperature remains constant. Therefore, rearranging the equation, we get this. What is delta P by delta V by V? That is bulk strain. Bulk strain is given by the letter B. Now we can replace in the previous equation, V is equal to square root of B by rho. We can write this as V is equal to square root of P by rho. This equation is called Newton's equation for velocity of sound. Using this equation at STP, the value of pressure at STP is 1.01 into 10 power raised to 5 Pascal, and rho is 1.29 kg per meter cube. If you substitute the values and calculate the value of V, the value obtained is V is equal to square root of 1.01 into 10 power raised to 5 divided by 1.293. We get the value is approximately equal to 280 meter per second. Here again there is odd number. You can check this, either we can change it to even number and check the value. The value obtained is 280 meter per second. But this is very much differs from, this value differs from the practical value. This is the theoretical value of velocity of sound. Practical value of velocity of sound is 330 meter per second. Nearly there is 15% error in this equation. Therefore, this equation cannot be accepted directly. Next, Laplace, another scientist, studied Newton's laws of motion, Newton's equations for velocity of sound, and said that these alternate compressions, rarefactions cannot take place by isothermally as explained by Newton. Laplace said that these compressions, rarefactions occur very quickly. There is no time for heat exchange between compressed region and rarefied region. Compression, during compressions, molecule come closer. Since the molecule come close, pressure increases, volume decreases, temperature also increases. In rarefied region, pressure decreases, volume increases, temperature also changes. But this is not an isothermal process. There is no time for heat exchange. This process takes place adiabatically. Laplace said that the process takes place adiabatically. For an adiabatic process, ideal gas, if you consider the equation for pressure and volume is PV is equal to a constant. PV to the power gamma is equal to constant for an ideal gas in the case of adiabatic process. Now, if there is change in pressure and volume, say using product rule of differentiation, we can use here in this equation P delta P into V, derivative of first number into second number plus first number into derivative of second number. Here in this we have gamma, power raised to gamma. First write that number into V, power raised to gamma minus 1 into delta V is equal to a constant. Rearrange the equation. Delta P constant, differential of constant is 0, no change. Derivative of constant is 0 means constant ಯಾವುದೇ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. Delta P into V to the power gamma is equal to, take this to RHS, minus plus becomes minus P gamma V to the power gamma minus 1 into delta V. Take these terms to LHS to get to the ratio delta P by delta V. Delta P into V to the power gamma, V to the power gamma minus 1 into delta V is equal to minus gamma P, or gamma P is equal to minus delta P into V to the power gamma divided by V power raised to gamma minus 1 into delta V, minus delta P divided by V power raised to gamma minus 1. Take this to the denominator, its power becomes negative delta V. Gamma minus 1 minus gamma, that is minus delta P divided by V to the power minus 1. Gamma and gamma will cancel, minus 1 into delta V, or that is delta P by power raised to minus 1, we can write in this form, delta V by delta P. In the LHS we have gamma P, but in the RHS, now this is nothing but bulk modulus P. According to Laplace, if you consider the compression rarefactions takes place adiabatically, the value of bulk modulus B is not equal to P and it is equal to gamma P, where gamma is the ratio of specificates. Gamma is the ratio of specificates, Cp by Cv. Its value is 1.4 for a diatomic gas. Substituting the value of gamma, we get the equation for B. V is not equal to P, V is equal to gamma P. In Newton's equation, substitute P as gamma P by rho. If you substitute the value of gamma as 1.4 at STP, the value obtained is very much agreement with the experimental value, which is 3.330 meter per second. This equation is called Newton-Laplace equation. The equation was given by Newton and Laplace gave the correction. So, the equation is called Newton-Laplace equation. Equation for velocity of sound is V is equal to square root of gamma P by rho. Let us recall the derivation. Speed of longitudinal wave. Here sound wave is a longitudinal wave. Sound wave propagates in a medium that it requires material medium for the propagation. During its propagation, there is alternate compression and rarefaction of air molecules. That is, if you consider a tuning fork, if you vibrate the prongs of tuning fork, the prongs vibrate to and fro about the equilibrium position. When the prong moves to the right side, it pushes the air particles near that. There is this air in this region get compressed and the molecules are compressed. While the prong moves to the left, the air in this region gets rarefied and the compressed region moves in the forward direction. This alternately compression rarefaction continues until the oscillation continues, and the sound propagates in the same direction. Since this is called a longitudinal wave. Direction of vibration and direction of propagation are along the same direction. This is a longitudinal wave. Since this is an air particle, the elastic property relevant for this is bulk modulus. Bulk modulus is, as we have studied in the previous chapter, that is chapter number 9, we have bulk modulus is the ratio of minus delta P by delta V by V. That is ratio of hydraulic stress by strain, bulk strain. When there is change in due to compression, density changes, pressure changes, here change in pressure produces volume strain, change in volume. B is bulk modulus. The SI unit of B is same as that of pressure, because in the denominator there is a strain, delta V by V has no unit. Therefore, SI unit of B is same as that of P. Pressure has the dimensional formula of B is also same as that of dimensional formula of pressure. For pressure is force by area. Dimensional formula for pressure is M L inverse 1 T inverse 2. Inertial factor relevant for this propagation of is the density. We have dimensional formula of density is mass by volume. Since this is a bulk strain, there is change in the volume. Therefore, we have the dimensional formula relevant for density is mass by volume. M L inverse 3. The quantity B by rho has the relevant dimension LT inverse 1. That is, speed of longitudinal wave depends on the factors B and rho. Speed of longitudinal wave depends on the factors B and rho. Speed of longitudinal wave is directly proportional to bulk modulus and it is inversely proportional to density of the medium. Dimensional formula for speed is LT inverse 1. Now, if you compare these two, we get B is proportional to square root of B by rho, because LT inverse 1 is the dimensional formula for velocity or speed. B by rho has the dimension LT inverse 1 power raised to 2. Comparing this is V square. V square is proportional to B by rho, or V is proportional to square root of B by rho. V is equal to C into square root of b by rho, where c is undetermined constant. The exact value of c is obtained to be 1. Substituting the value of c as 1, we get v is equal to square root of b by rho. Newton assumed that the process compression rarefaction occurs in an isothermal process. It is an isothermal process, and for the isothermal process in a perfect gas, we have the equation PV is equal to RT. If there is change in pressure and volume, isothermal process, there is no change in temperature, therefore the RHS of the equation becomes 0, no change in temperature. P into delta V, take these two RHS, this becomes negative, minus V into delta P, or P is equal to, rearrange the equation, minus V into delta P divided by delta V. This is nothing but the bulk modulus B, or P is equal to B. Using this equation, B as P, we get V is equal to square root of P by rho, and this equation is called Newton's equation to find the speed of longitudinal wave. At STP, standard temperature and pressure, the value of P, pressure is 1.01 into 10 power raised to 5 Pascal, and density is 1.29 kg per meter cube. The value obtained for the speed of sound is V is equal to square root of P by rho, which is equal to 280 meter per second. But the experimental value of speed of sound is 330 meter per second. There is nearly 15% error in this. Therefore, this equation cannot be accepted directly. Later, Laplace, another scientist, studied the Newton's equation and he gave the correction. He said that, Laplace said that these alternate compression rarefaction occurs, that is not in an isothermally, because in an isothermal process temperature remains constant. But during compression and rarefaction, pressure and volume changes. The compression rarefaction occurs so rapidly that is no time for heat exchange. Therefore, temperature also changes. He said that the process is adiabatic and not isothermal. For the adiabatic process, the equation is PV to the power gamma is constant. Whenever there is change in pressure and volume, the equation changes to like this. Rearrange the equation, there is RHS of the equation becomes 0. Rearrange this equation, gamma P is equal to, take this to RHS, there is multiplication of these terms to the denominator. Delta P into V to the power gamma divided by V to the power gamma minus 1 into delta V, or take this to denominator, gamma gets cancels, or delta P by V to the power minus 1 into delta V, delta P by delta V by V. This is nothing but B. If you rearrange this equation, this becomes equal to B. That is, B is equal to gamma P. Using this in the previous equation, that is in the Newton's formula, we get V is equal to gamma P by rho, where gamma is the ratio of specific heats, Cp by Cv, its value is equal to 1.4. Substituting the value of gamma at STP, the value of velocity of sound obtained is 330 meter per second, which is very much in agreement with the experimental value. Therefore, this equation is called Newton's Laplace equation. Newton derived the formula, Laplace gave the correction, therefore the equation is called Newton-Laplace equation. This equation is used to find speed of longitudinal wave.